Hello, welcome to our episode of Love Life of Soulmate. We are in Race and Rise with Rodas. Welcome to our first ever session of talking about soulmate, affairs of the soul, and many more. I am Rodas Orianos. I'm a holistic health coach. The expertise are in theta healing. I teach and practice theta healing, and I am an essential oil coach. Our topic today is about manifesting our dream love life or manifesting dream love life. What is it all about? I'll give first the floor to Sarah and introduce herself, and then she's gonna come back to me, and then we're gonna give a brief background about our love life, affairs of the soul, and many more. So take it out, Sarah.
Hello, I am Sarah and I am a Theta healer for last 5-6 years. I teaching yoga and I do other healing modalities like alternative healings. But Theta healing is something which I really, really love. And I am someone in a journey of manifesting a soulmate. So we thought it was very interesting to ask each other question. I'm sure we're going to help a lot of people who are in the same journey of finding their love life or making their love life better.
Yes. Sarah, you are also theta healer, right? Like me, right? And apart from theta healing, what do you do? Is there any other things that you do?
I teach meditation. I teach breathing patterns, meditation. I do hijama. I do art therapy, like how to release your pain and sorrow with art, with colors.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool.
And theta.
Sarah is my student in my Theta Healing class. We decided to talk about all about soulmate, love life, how to achieve your love life. I'll give you a little brief background about our journey because there will be like question and answer portion where Sarah will be this represent the single person in the world, and I will represent the married couple or have in a relationship. Of course, many of us have a relationship, but some of us are not into the relationship. They don't manage. I am married twice, and the first one is not that really cool. And then the second one is I'm having a happily, dream life as ever as can be. So this is how I describe my love life today. And what about you, Sarah?
I am manifesting what you have, inshallah, one day. But my love life has been very toxic. I used to be in a very toxic relationship. My two relationships were very bad. I learned a lot. Alhamdulillah, I've learned a lot. And now in this journey, I've been single for a very long time. I had many blocks, very lot of limited blocks, and there were a lot of fears that I came up to that we were going to talk about. Yeah. Like, in Theta Healing, we learned that we meet people to learn virtues and, how we upgrade ourselves with those relationships. So I've been single for a very long time. I've had my own battles, like, I've worked a lot on myself. So I would love to share it to all those other girls who are still having those fears
Yes.
of, there are many girls now also, they don't want to do it. In this century, girls are more independent and they don't want it. So,
Yeah.
how you can and then have a good relationship with someone. Like,
Okay. Now you've heard all of our, journey. So let's go to question and answer portion. So I'm gonna
yeah.
ask questions to Sarah with regards to single, without not in a relationship or unmarried or something. And she's gonna
Yeah.
question me also anything about married life, and maybe
Hmm.
the viewers may relate on this one. So my first question is, what is your dream love life? How do you describe your dream love life?
Okay. So I've learned a lot and now I have a goal. I have a purpose in life and I want to manifest someone and I'm sure 100%. I want someone who respects and understands my spirituality, my journey in life. Yeah, that is very important for me. My spirituality, my understanding, and uh, he should be willing and be open about healing, balancing, upgrading each other's life.
Okay.
And if there is something, then we can always work on it. There's nothing that you cannot work.
Okay.
So someone who understands my goal, my purpose, my journey of life, very important is my spiritual journey, so that
Mhm.
we both can upgrade ourselves together.
Okay.
So I
So
think this is
yeah.
something which I am looking for in a person.
So in short, he should understand what you're doing and love to do something like that, right? And at the same time,
Love,
vice versa, that you understand
yeah,
whatever he does,
of
right?
course. Me
Yeah.
too. I should also, like, it shouldn't be just me, understand me and love me. No, it should be from both the side. Even I should have the same respect for his life, his
Okay.
family, and everything. It should be from both the side. Then only it will work.
Okay.
So, how do you balance your love life after meeting your soulmate?
Oh,
And how does your first relationship help you in getting the better one? Like, a lot of
yeah.
people don't want to do have a second chance. But how did that first relationship help you in, getting and you believing that no, I deserve it, a better
Yeah.
life? Like, how did, yeah.
You know what? That's a very good question. Huh? How do I balance my current love life right now? Because of my past experiences in my first, it made me learn a lot of things, a lot of mistakes, you know. There's a lot of mistakes that I learned from from the first one, that when I am now in my present moment, I have to understand, patient. There's something like it's not about me on the
Mhm.
relationship. It's all about bringing the harmony. It's like you're singing in one tune, because I learned how to give way. I learned how to cope up with what I need to, the feeling like of adjustment. There are so many things that I have adjusted. So, and luckily the husband that I've met right now is very supportive in what I do, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and
Yeah.
then the support. There, that is the one that I was praying. I remember when I wanted to have a relationship with another person. I said I did not say I don't want. You know, when I manifest, I prayed a lot that I said, Creator, give me a person that will give me support financially, physically, emotionally, and will give me encouragement in what I do. And if that person is the right one for me, give it now. Now. I don't want, you know, I just did like that. The balancing is like, you know, you have to learn how to being in the harmony with each other. You have to do like that. There are so many things that you have to set aside and so many things to learn. That's how it is.
Mm.
And for you, I have
That's
a question. Remember, you said you have so many past relationship. What are the blocks that it limits you from, you feel that limits you from getting to the new relationship or a new relationship to come? What are the limiting belief that you feel is blocking you from getting that relationship?
so when I used to work, the major fears that used to come was the fear of rejection. I didn't want to get rejected
Mm.
again and again. That was the major fear that I had. That no, that feeling of separation, the feeling of rejection was couldn't take it. My fear was, you just meet someone and you just stand there. It's like, no, let's not, get into a relationship, because that is the fear of my rejection.
Yeah.
Then one more thing that feel is the fears are, the patterns that the program that you have in your brain when you are a child, the love
Yeah.
story that you see around you, the fears that you collect from the collective consciousness.
Yes.
When I was a teenager, my friends used to cry a lot for commitment when they were in relationship.
Oh.
So those were my fears. I used to think that, oh my God, it's such a hard work, to first meet a guy, then go out, then wait years and years for commitment. No, those were the fears that I had as a teenager. Then when you do deep work, there are so many fears that we are carrying from our, childhood, and then
Yes.
the
That stops
patterns that
you.
that stops you, and then the past experiences, of course. Then also, I think forgiveness is the best thing that you can do. Forgive
Mhm.
and move forward. You can forgive them, as well as forgive your own self for making those mistakes. And then, people don't forgive. Mostly people, most, when I do sessions and I talk to
Mhm.
girls and I ask them, so they don't want to forgive. It's like, I can't forgive.
Yeah.
Forgiveness is a very big virtue.
Yeah.
And then also forgive your own self. It's easy to forgive others, but not forgive yourself.
Yes. That's also the one I
The
learned
limiting
also.
blocks from your past experiences that you get. Also, you get a lot of blocks from your childhood also. So when we go deep in the session, it helps us to clear all that so that
Yes.
we can move forward
Yeah, this is also the question. Second question I wanted to ask you. The what about the feeling? But you have already told
already.
me that
Huh.
because I wanted to ask you what feelings and beliefs about love and the relationship have you healed or shifted for you to be able to move forward, looking or waiting or being ready for the person to come to your life. So, what are the things that you learned? The feelings, the emotion that you learned, the belief that you learned that okay, I think now is the time that I need to open up and be ready for the person.
My major fear was security, protection,
Mm,
safety, that I got from my childhood, from my parents, from my surrounding, and as a woman, you always think that the male is the one who's going to give you security because as the, religious and collective consciousness of our society. So every time there was a dependency on others,
yeah.
on your partner that you will give me security, you will give me protection.
Yes.
So all that, the female figure always depending on men. And nowadays I see that in men also.
Oh,
It's my friends, they are like, they want security, financial security from female also.
Mm-mm,
I've
yeah.
seen that. So my major was protection and safety, security. Because as a kid, I didn't had a father. So my
Mm,
security, he was my security, he was my protection.
okay.
And that you you always reflect that in your soulmate. Like you always
Yes,
want that
yes.
father quality in
Yeah.
your soul. You always attract that same thing. So
Mm,
I had major issues with that. And the day I learned that I am the one who's going to give myself protection and security, that dependency finished,
mm,
that believe and faith in your own self. I know that I can give my safety and protection. And that fear of being loneliness,
mm.
you know, fear of loneliness is gone
Okay.
in this year of feeling that, oh my God, what will happen if someone will dump me? What will happen if I'm a divorce? Oh my God,
The
what will
what
happen
if?
if I'm
Yeah.
separated? What the people will say? All those fears, when you work on those fears and with time, when it finishes, and when you give, like, when you have that own secure, like, I used to always see who will give you security, and then like, my
Yes.
father will give me, my husband will give me security. But when the security should come from within, it's God
Yeah.
who gives you security.
Of
It's
course.
inside you. When you feel that strength in you, that strength when you built inside you, that is the time I think you're more open for love, because that
Mm.
all those fears are gone, finished. Fears are gone. And you don't even reflect those fears from others, that that others are like, oh, she's so scared, oh, she's
Yeah.
depending on me. That fear is also like,
Because you have already identified all those things right now, right? So, and yet you remain single. So why so? Why do you feel you're still single at the moment? Why do you feel it?
I don't feel that I'm enjoying my singlehood also, because I know that one day I'm going to have a soulmate. So I'm
Yeah.
enjoying this time also. But
Yeah.
I'm sure there's divine timing for everything.
Mm-hmm.
I know, and I'm sure he's worth waiting.
Yeah.
So I'm just enjoying my singlehood now. I'm not, because I know there were times where I was single, lonely, and I had so many dear fears and depression.
Mm.
Now also I'm single, but I don't think I have all those issues. I'm at peace. I'm enjoying my life because I know I'm not going to be single for the rest of my life. So I'm
Of course.
enjoying this part also.
And by the way, Sarah is in India and I'm in Dubai. That's why we met in Dubai. And what no, we met online first and then we met in Dubai and then we
Yes.
became friends and she became my student and then she went to India again. So this is a nice topic because every now and then when we're talking, we have a different perspective because I'm married. I have two kids from the first husband and one from the second, which is I'm happily married. And then Sarah is having so many experiences when it comes to relationship. And I learned also from her, even if she's single, you know. So these are the things that we wanted to share about everything about affairs of the soul.
A question now.
Now it's my turn.
Yeah. How do you align your energy with the kind of love you want to experience in your life?
Oh,
How
that's
do you align?
I'm because you know my husband and I have a very different style in life. I'm into more on a spiritual path, and he's into technical, you know, the techie savvy. The good thing is we never felt that we have clashes. We don't clash,
Hmm.
don't argue on the things that we do, because I love the way when he says, this is how you do it in technicality, you know. He's very good in computers. He's very good in technology. He's very good in automation. He's very good in that. He's For me, it's a very good way for me that whenever I have my spiritual mode, spiritual time, he knows how to respect it. He knows when
Yeah.
I'm in my room and I'm doing meditation, he's not going to disturb me. And I know also his duties when he's working and he's on techie savvy mode, that I know I have to respect his space. But when we go to gathering, if there will be like meditation from Dubai is very good in doing holistic work, meditation outside. He even accompany me going there, and he even it's a very good thing. In terms of in alignment, I think the only way I do is I feel comfortable, like I am me when I am with him. I don't have to pretend that, oh, I have to be like this, I
That's
have to be the wife, I don't have to pretend anything, because he know from the start that I am this. This is me. I have my spiritual path, and he has his own, and we can even go together on both journeys at all. This is how we do it. It's like compromising, understanding, having patience, having trust. These are virtues that I learned: trust, patience, and also forgiving. You know, forgiveness. Because there are times that you're gonna argue for some small things, and if you don't know how to compromise and forgive each other for those small things, it will pile up. And I learned that if there's a little mistakes, just you know, don't don't put energy on that. Because they said,
mm.
energy flows where your mind goes. It will make it worse if you put something like that.
Because we are spiritually, like,
Mm.
in spirituality, we are more like always up, like, and but for having a partner who's so much into gadgets, like pulls you down, grounds you, like, like
Yeah.
we see this part also of the world,
Yeah.
because
Yes.
we are always at the other part of the world. So I think this must be bringing you down
Yes.
to see this also.
It's
So it's a balance,
yeah,
beautiful
it's
balance.
like, yeah, it's like when he's saying, I'm already up to nowhere, and he's gonna remind me, hey, you're still here on Earth. And then when
Yeah.
he's there on this earth, when he's so much
Ha.
grounded that he's into politics, and I will tell him, hey, that's not the real world. That's all illusion. I'm gonna remind him that this is not really happening. It's just here. You know, there is a very good balance whenever you have an opposite attracts, right? There's an opposite energy for us, but we jive into a different kind of realm with each other. So right
Hmm.
now, are you waiting or ready now to be in a relationship? Because that will also connects to my questions. If you're ready for a relationship right now, what steps are you taking now to clear any fear or doubts, to open
Hmm.
up this energy of love and acceptance, that you are ready? I'm ready now. You're gonna announce to the world that I'm ready
Yeah.
now. What are the
Yeah,
steps?
I do a lot of inner work every time I'm trying to, if I'm manifesting something or I feel a trigger inside me, in
Mm-hmm.
my emotions. Also, my emotions, me, if I feel triggered, that why, I'm feeling like this or that, I do a lot of inner work to understand why. Like, even now, when I do the healing work, I get some blocks, So I
Yeah.
do a lot of inner work, inner child work, and
Mm-mm.
self forgiveness,
Yes.
and And if you say I'm ready, yeah, I think I'm ready because so even when I used to do my healing work before, I used to take the learning and forgiveness and this and that. But then I
Mm-mm.
started know it's easy to forgive and it's easy to say that it's your mistake, your mistake. He did this to me and she did this to
Mm-mm.
me. You know, the shadow work, like accepting that you also made a mistake
Mm-mm.
and then for your own self for your past, the
Yeah.
mistakes that you did, forgiving your own self, understanding that okay, somewhere you are not forgiving your own self.
Yeah.
So that also comes in the healing part, like in a session it comes. So I think I used to not forgive myself and have faith in myself and believe in myself that I can choose someone better.
Yeah.
Every time I looked at someone and I felt that no, I'll make a mistake again. So having
Mm.
that self that now so many red flags and right flag, green flags, you will, having that faith in your own self that you will not make a mistake, and even if it's a green flag or red flag, you can just swipe it.
Do you still have this victim mentality? Because so many people are having that. That's why they remain single, right?
Yeah, so many people have it. I don't think I have it anymore.
Yeah.
That victim feeling is there, and
Yeah.
it's very important thing is that have faith in yourself and believe in
Yeah.
yourself that you not choose someone, and even if you make a mistake, there is a way of healing yourself and then rectifying it. So don't make such a big chaos in your head that oh my god, this that what the world will say and what this will happen and
Yeah.
that will happen.
Yeah.
People
Because
do that to them,
yeah. Because
sabotaging.
yes, because people always blame others that they got a narcissist partner because of this, because of that. But maybe they're forgetting that they attract whoever
They
it's
attract.
their life,
Yeah,
right? So if
you
it's a
attract what you
narcissist, you
are.
attract
So
you attract someone to be narcissist because there's
yeah,
lesson to be learned from that. I'm gonna ask you, what you said you had two major
relation.
relationship. So what was the first lesson in your first relationship? What was the lesson that spanked you?
The first relationship was my partner you cheated on me,
Okay.
and I had seen that pattern in my mother. Yeah, I had seen that from childhood, and that was the reason I attracted
Mm,
someone
mm.
like that. I used to watch my mother going through that pain, and the first lesson that I learned was this is not happening with me. I
Okay.
am not living that life.
So you become
That
aware.
was my first.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was.
Awareness
That was.
that
I was not even a theta healer at that time. I
mm,
was, I think, 24. But the first, like, because even after I got my ex, he told me, "So what? I will marry you.
mm, mm.
It's okay, No, I'm sorry." Blah, blah, blah. But I was like, no, no to your own self that you are not living that life. Like you're saying no to that life.
Yeah, you learn how to say no and you learn how to value yourself in that
Value
relationship,
myself.
right?
I am not going to live that life. That fear of that I learned, that I watched my mother went through.
Yeah.
I said no to that life. And
Okay.
I've seen this. I saw a lot of girls. I have few family members in my family members. What they do is that they think that it's okay when a man cheats. So and they continue with that married life, and I said no to that life.
Mm.
So there are females who still continue with
Yeah, yeah.
they still continue and
And maybe
they
and
go
maybe
with that pain,
yeah, and maybe
and
because
they
of
think
the
this is what
yeah.
the world
And,
is, this is how men are, so it's okay. This for them it's okay. They're not valuing their life. So I
yeah.
said for a very good lesson, what he taught me was to say no.
And
Kalas.
maybe because of some cultures they must remain on that relationship for them not to
Yes.
be ashamed or for the other people not to say
Oh yeah.
some these are some
And they
beliefs.
also hide their relationship, like
Mm,
their
mm.
husbands. They cover. No, it's
Yeah.
nothing like that. It's normal.
What about the second one? What was your learning on the second one?
Oh my God. It was my twin flame, and I think a lot of virtues I learned
What
from
do you,
it.
okay, for the viewers that doesn't know what is twin flame and soulmate, what are the difference between twin flame and soulmate? Because
Twin
I have a
flame
definition
are
for that.
hmm, twin flame are someone who's exactly like you.
Yes.
and they come in your life for a very short time, but they trigger you a lot.
Yeah.
You go through a lot of chaoses. Your fears and his fears are same. Your traumas are same, and you both trigger each other a lot.
Yeah.
And I think you learn a lot of lessons from them.
Yes. That's true.
You learn a lot of lessons. I learned my major lessons from them.
I met also one of my twin flame. I thought that was a very perfect, perfect relationship. That was
Yeah,
before.
you think, oh, you're in La La
I
Land, you
thought
know.
because this is the one I like because it's just me. And then when I saw the me that I don't like, it's with him. Oh my God, this is exactly me. I don't like this. These are the twin flame. Anyway, that's
But twin
how we.
flames teach you a lot. They are same. Your fears and his fears are same.
Mm-mm.
In twin flame.
Yeah.
And the what I see is people on internet are actually looking for twin flame. Like there are so many people, spiritual people. They say they promote, like they say, meet your twin flame, meet your twin flame. No, don't meet your twin flame. Don't learn from them. I
What
think
do we do, yeah? What do we do when we are in theta? Because I was not a theta healer when I met my second husband.
me too.
Yeah, I just prayed because I'm into a decision where I have to move forward, choosing not to be in that relationship anymore. So I prayed a lot to God. I remember
Mm,
my prayer because I was in Philippines. I haven't been in Dubai. There was a
me,
time when I prayed because it's so chaotic what's happening to my love life. So I asked God in my prayer that God, if this is not the relationship for my lifetime, take it out from me. I ask God because give me a person who's gonna be with me when I grow old and will love me and support me. And I became specific, in asking the prayer that he's gonna support me. I will no longer please, blah blah blah. And then after that, I had a dream. After a week, I had a dream, and I saw mosque. And I saw the skyline of Dubai. I don't know that it's
I,
Dubai yet. And then when I came in
mm,
here, the time I met my husband, that's the time I remember that this was the same things that I've seen in my dream. But I thought he was a foreigner. He's still a Filipino. That's why, because it was in the middle, and I was in Philippines that time. If you are going to advise single ladies, single men out there who comes to you
mm.
or who go for a session, what are the things that you wanted to give them, to take away, as a takeaway for them?
First, to understand their own emotions and triggers when they
Mm-hmm.
come, and come with the open heart so that we can know where is the trigger coming from.
Mm-hmm.
Because in Tita, we learn that it all comes from childhood, or it comes from your ancestor, it comes from past life or DNA. So dig those parts, where is all this coming from, and be open about healing and accepting your feelings,
Yeah.
even if it's a revenge, even if you feel because I yeah, with no, there were not only victim feeling, there were also revenge and some bad feelings that you feel. So you have to
Yes.
accept that also, because if you abuse me, I will abuse you back. If you do
Mm.
something, then I'll do something. So that is also one part of you that people don't I know a lot of people think that I'm nice, how can I do that? No, I never take
Yeah.
revenge. They don't accept you are also doing something, so you have to accept that part also.
Mm-mm.
And once you have something, then your life is like upside down. You come to know, oh my God, how deeply I was wounded.
Yeah, you're correct. And everything
How
is a
deeply I
choice.
was wounded.
Everything
Ah.
is a choice. You choose. You
And
choose your own
have faith
behavior.
in God.
You choose your being.
Even I grew up after my breakup religiously, spiritually. When I was in my first relationship, where that first cheating happened, I used to not pray, and then I started praying that, God, why did this happen to me? I started asking question, and then
Mm.
I started, like, I'm Muslim, so I started reading
Yes.
Quran, and understood I understood what my religion is, and I thought, okay, there are so many things I was doing wrong, so now I started doing things right. So when I started doing right religiously, again I met someone who was like major toxin. Like, when, and I'm like, now what did I do, God? I was good. I was praying. I was doing this. I was praying 5 times and this and that. And so
Yeah.
much drama happened in my life. And I think I was blessed with Theta healing that God told me, okay, now grow
Yeah.
up, upgrade from religion to spirituality.
For
And
the
then I think it
viewers,
helped me.
yeah, for the viewers to know, what is your religion?
Islam.
Yeah. And I am a
I
Roman
follow Islam.
Catholic. Yeah, and I am a Roman Catholic. See, Christian and Muslim goes together. So it's not, we can all
Yeah.
working together in Theta
Any
Healing.
religion can go
Yeah.
for healing. It's nothing to do with you go because religion is something different, spirituality is different. Spirituality is connection with God,
Yeah.
and religion is also connecting with God with a lot of rules. Of course, we
Yeah.
do follow rules, it's not that, but still, everyone can. God, everyone is equal in God's eye. You're a Catholic or Muslim
Yeah.
or Hindu. Healing is done by God only. We are called healers, but healing is done by God.
This is the one I wanted to ask also. One more question. Now that you are single now, you're still single. How do you cope up with the world? Because some single, even if they're saying happy, I am happy and single. But when they see
Mm,
someone who's
yeah,
with someone, there is a feeling that why am I not having this, that person or same relation? Why am I not having
yeah.
this question comes into your
Yes.
mind? So how do you feel about
So
it?
I used to get that question. I used to feel that when I used to see couples, I used to like, how come she has it? She has so many negative beliefs, and how can she has it and I don't have? I used to feel that. I used to get little jealous and all. But then, spending time with couples, I learned a lot from them. How they, like watching them made because I was someone who never believed it's possible to have a good soulmate. I feel
Yeah.
like it's not possible. All men are bastards. Like this is what I used to say. All men are bad. Men are like that. Men are cheaters. This is what this was my
Yeah, those
belief.
are the
I changed
limiting beliefs.
limited belief that I had with my experiences. And now when I watch, and also when you keep saying men are cheaters, men are bastards, you see those kind of men only.
Yes, that's
But when
absolutely.
you heal, so after healing, I never met cheater men after that, and I always saw good couples around me, which made me believe and accept it is possible.
Yeah,
So that jealousy automatically went off.
because of the law of,
You know,
attraction also, and the word, the power of words, right?
word, yeah, power of
When you
words.
say and
Yes,
say and say and say these things, it comes to your reality.
yeah,
It manifested.
that's what. And I was also healing one girl where she came and she's like, why can't I believe that it's possible for two couples to be happy? Because
Mm,
there was no acceptance in her brain because of her
yeah.
childhood issues. Always saw the fights and chaos and divorce and everything in her parents. She never accepted. She's like, it's not possible. So
Mm,
there's no acceptance. The programming of your brain, the acceptance part is not
of
there.
course, yes.
After changing it, and then I showed her, so and so couple, there are people who are happy. It's just you have to
Mm,
open that door. You can't keep saying negative things and accepting positive things to happen. You have to
yeah.
change yourself, your words in your belief work that you have
Mm,
to do. You have to reprogram your brain to bring that acceptance that yes, it's possible. And when I got that believe in me, when I changed it, in me, I started, seeing those happy couples. And then, there's a feeling that, okay, it's possible. It will happen.
yeah, yeah. It
You
is.
know,
It
it,
is.
and I'm worthy of having it. I deserve it. All these beliefs that you have to download that you are worthy of having those things also.
Mm. The
But
download
there's
is
a lot of
very,
inner work that you have
yeah.
to go for to do it.
Downloads, yeah. The downloads in Theta Healing are very powerful because
Very powerful.
yeah,
Very
because
powerful.
when I was starting Theta Healing, I was in a relationship with my husband, my current one. So there was in the session of soulmates in Theta Healing, affairs of the soul. If you're in a relationship, you will have to ask Creator how to improve and maintain your relationship in the current one. If you are in the relationship, you have to accept and believe that this will happen. Because if not, then
Yeah.
it will not
Good.
really happen. Yeah.
I have this, I think this will be the last question I think now.
Okay. Mm.
How do you both, because you're already, in a relationship, and how do you both work on releasing any fear or coming from your past wounds, if you both have it, that comes up so that you don't impact your current relationship. Suppose if you're
Oh,
coming from a past relationship, even he's coming from a past relationship, even he has issues.
yeah.
So you're both in a relationship, sometimes it's your issue, sometimes it's his issue. How do you both release it?
I'm gonna tell you a story because when he is a widowed, when we met, and mine, we are in an annulment stage. Got widowed, and me, I have in my court case. So when we were together, there was a lot of adjustment, and sometimes the fear that maybe he's gonna be like that, this person. He's gonna transform into this person. I was not a theta healer before, but the one thing that kept me going is we had an open communication. We have an open communication because I am a person who is independent. I don't
Yeah.
cook a lot. I told him, this is me. I set all my things. I don't eat breakfast. I don't cook that much. And I'm not dependent woman. I told him all about my negative things. And you have to know all my negative things so you know how to adjust. And what are your negative? I asked him. And he said, I am an early person, which is I'm not. I don't wake up early. And he's an early riser. And he said, I eat breakfast at early morning. And I said, I don't eat breakfast. We're too opposite. He loves walking. I don't like to walk. He loves biking. I don't like to bike. I don't know how to bike. Everything was an opposite. And you know what I asked? Oh my God, how will this work between us? Because we're really opposite, but communication is very important in relationship. You have to know each negative and positive. When you adjust to each other with those negative points and positive points, you will learn to be in harmony with those. Oh, he can't do this, but I can do this. Maybe we can exchange things. These are the things that we had done. And eventually, there are some things that we like to do, and there are some things that we don't like to do. And we're happy for that. These are the things that we do. Communication is the first. And the second
Of
one
course.
is you have to learn how to understand each other. Because for me, I've been in a relationship where cheating happened. So I was thinking, oh,
Mm.
maybe this guy is also going to cheat. Even though he's not like that, I'm thinking in advance that he's going to cheat. The trust and understanding should be present. Because if you are always looking or hunting
Oh,
for the things that if you're still
yeah.
going to see and feel that he's gonna cheat, he's gonna do that, definitely the universe will give it to you. Learn how to trust, understand. Those are the things: communication, trust, and understanding. The last one for me is you have to go back whenever things are getting rough. You have to go back from the first time you met and remember the feelings when you first started meeting each other. Because the feeling when you start to see each other was very strong. So there will come a time that the love will just maybe up, down, up, down. So if there's something wrong that's happening, you must remember the first time you met that person, how deeply you love that person, or how deeply you love yourself also getting into that relationship.
Yeah.
Because I was not a theta healer before I met him, but when
Me
I
too.
yeah, but when I became a theta healer, our relationship grow stronger, and until now it's stronger. For those viewers out there who is into finding a soulmate, looking for a most your soulmate, your person who's gonna love you, or the person who's gonna be with you in this entire lifetime, you have to learn how to know really what you really want. Be specific on the person. How is this person going to love you? Are you ready to be loved by this person? And sometimes being single is a choice also. Maybe sometimes people wanted to stay single because they really wanted to be single. That's how it is. So it seems that Sarah won't be able to join us because there's a technical problem in her area. All I have to say to you, because we almost touched all the topics, the question and answer portion. One takeaway for theta healing technique when you're manifesting your soulmate is to ask for your most compatible soulmate. Because in this lifetime, you have plenty of soulmate. The people, the relationship, whether it's fleeing one night stand or not really good ones, those are your soulmate. You have lessons to learn from that relationship. That's why you attracted or you engage in that certain relationship. But do not feel the victim mind role that this guy did this to me, did that to me. Always ask deep within, what did I learn from this relationship? What made me strong in this relationship? What are my takeaways in this relationship? Another tip is when you ask your most compatible soulmate, list down very specific, identify the things that you really wanted to have in that certain soulmate. And if you are in a relationship like me before, ask the guidance support from the creator, the universe, higher source, intelligence, whatever things or characteristic that you can improve and you are both agreeing to improve in that relationship. Those are the things that for takeaways, and please do not ask for perfect soulmate or right soulmate, because if it's perfect, it's too perfect for you, you will not be able to maintain the perfect, you know, soulmate, because it's going to be too perfect and it's going to be complicated. And if it's a right soulmate, there we live in the place of duality where there is right, left, up, down. So if it's too right, everything that relationship, if you're in that right soulmate, could be not really so good to you because it's always right. You have to be right. And sometimes, in a relationship, there are push and pull, you know, um, give, give away and give and take. So there are things, something like that. Thank you for watching. Even though Sarah is not there, she messaged me that on behalf of her, we would like to say thank you for watching. And if you want a session, data healing session, or any meditation session, I'm going to put the link in the description box below, all the link that we have, like Sarah, where you can reach us, or if you want something that we wanted to discuss on, comment below, and we're happy to assist you and give you a good discussion. Thank you very much. Namaste, everyone.